So if you watched my previous video, you know we did a figure showdown with the McFarlane Hicks and the NECA Hicks, but we're not reviewing that now. And I also showed off these two that I also got. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about a Marvel character. It's Marvel Select, so you know the sculpt is going to be amazing. It is Anti-venom. Yes, and this guy is lethal. Let me just move over here where the light's a tad bit better. And I don't want that falling over, but the light is a bit better. So we can see what we're doing. This guy's very prickly. And these spikes are made out of soft, but they're not mega soft. They're soft enough to not break, but dear God, they are hard enough to prick you. Yeah, speaking of which, someone actually called me prick on my Jason video, and I just basically told them to sit down and shut up because they were being a little troll. Yeah, anyone gives hate on me, I'm just going to either roast you or just tell you to shut up and call you out for your excrement. Because I just tell people how it is. And the person couldn't spell either, so yeah. If you're going to insult someone, all I can say is this. Make sure you can spell properly, you muppet. No offence to anyone who can't spell, but if you're going to... Because I know I've got some fans on my channel who struggle with spelling, and, you know, I used to struggle when I was younger, but if you're going to insult someone, at least don't embarrass yourself in the process, because they called me a prick and put loads of stupid emojis. So I just said, well, you don't even know me, so you're just a sad, ignorant little troll, and then I just went on for a bit, and then told them to just sit down and shut up, because they were just pathetic. Anyway, enough about that, I went on a bit. This is obviously Anti-venom. And I must say, the paint and the sculpt is amazing. The paint is brilliant. It's not like the Marvel Legends version. I will do a figure showdown of those two at some point. Obviously, this one's going to win because in sculpt, but in articulation, it's the Marvel Select Legends version that's going to win. But again, I'm probably going to recommend this one more because this one's more like our symbiote should be. If you compare him to the Corporal Dwayne Hicks figure, he's not much taller. I wish this guy would have been maybe 9 to 10 inches tall, but he's a decent size, better than the Legends version. God, I always get those two lines mixed up. I'm an idiot. But yeah, this guy definitely works better as a with the 7-inch line because he's a 7-inch figure. Now I have modded the guy, but you won't see it. It's just a joint tweak to make. I just shaved some material there to make the legs move a bit better, but we'll discuss that later on. Sculpting is really good. The head is particularly nasty, and it looks like he has blood on his teeth. I assure you, he does not. It's just red as his colour. He does have his tongue sculpted now. I believe his head is on a double ball peg. I have not. No, it's not, actually. It is on a hinge and swivel. You can probably see a little hinge right there. Still, these spikes are a little bit softer up here, as you can see. And this is beautifully textured. All this is sculpted. And the paint is done really well. It's very clean for what it is. And there's a black wash all over the damn thing. Giving it really nice detail. And he has yellow eyes, but he has red in his mouth. Almost like blood, but it's not. I aim to pick up the Marvel Select Venom and Carnage because I have got a thing for the symbiotes. This is my first proper symbiote figure. I still have the Legends version of this guy, but this guy's significantly bigger and better and badder. He does have some nasty fingers, and these are soft material. They are soft material, so you don't have to worry about those breaking, but just be careful anyway, because you don't want to warp them. Feet, plain. They're just plain white from the mid-thigh down, but he still has that wash and sculpt in it, so there's a point where it's not really that plain. Accessories. This guy would have come with a stand. Again, I purchased mine without the stand from Star Wars Man. Same as the Terminator, the thing from Torchwood, and the McFarlane Corporal Hicks. Well, actually, I got the other three for free. Anti-venom was the only one I paid for. Star Wars Man actually gave me the others for free, which is pretty nice of them. So that's pretty cool. I got some stuff for free. I paid about 25 quid for this guy. On eBay, he goes for about £30 roughly. I can't say how many dollars he goes for because I don't live in the US. I'm thinking prices will vary. He might go for the same amount, roughly, I don't know, but I know that he's an older figure and isn't being sold anymore. But I'm glad to have him, really. I'm glad I got one. I mean, the stand was okay, but it's not important. The figure is the most important part. Anyways, how is his articulation? Well, for a figure of its time, it is not bad. However, this figure has one major problem. He does not have a date stamped on him. He does have the credits of DST, Made in China, and Marvel stamped on him. He just doesn't have a date. I believe that would have been stamped into the stand. So his head is on a hinge and swivel. Oh, look, there's the hinge. I'm actually serious, I didn't even know it was, I didn't even realise you could see that part. It will rotate. Now, this is the one bit of this is one of the pieces of articulation it shares with the Marvel Legends version. Albeit the Marvel Legends version can look up, because his neck's not like that. His neck's straight and perpendicular to the body. Another joint it shares is a 360 at the arm with a hinge that goes out. And it is the same joint as the neck, but it's sculpted so you can't see it that much. Unfortunately, due to spikes, it only goes about that far, whereas the Marvel Legends version can go stupidly far. The Marvel Legends version also shares a cut joint at the wrist with this. A cut joint at the waist. Both the Legends and this figure share cut joint at the waist. Every piece of articulation, actually no, this guy also has a hinge in the foot, just like the Marvel Legends version. From then on, the articulation is different. This one has a single hinge that bends in a bit better than 90 on that side. This one only bends about 45. Not the best. Both wrists are on a cut joint. I do like how this one's like that, because you can pose him like he's lurching. His hips are on weird joints. They're on ball pegs, because I've actually heated them up and taken them apart. But without the mod, they will go that far, which isn't great. If you shave away some material, you can get them going that far. Or that far. He has an upper thigh swivel, a single hinge at the knee, and like I said, hinge at the foot. He is pretty good for his time, and I'd actually say this guy holds up well today. He may not be the most articulated thing in the world. I'll just remove my device from my camera, but as you can see, this guy is very nice. But just give you a show up here. Look at all that detail. If you go watch some videos, and I know that this Glenn Webb has passed away, but his videos are still on YouTube. Go watch his video comparing this guy to the Marvel Legends version. Let me tell you right now, you will not be disappointed. Whichever one you choose to side with is your decision. I originally sided with the Marvel Legends version for articulation, but then I sided with this guy, obviously, because I started to appreciate more that figures that had, like this guy, that don't have to have the best of articulation, but instead really rock in the sculpt department. And this guy has decent articulation for his time. I've warmed up to it. I warmed up to it ages ago and really wanted it. And now I've got him a few years later. I wanted this guy for years and now I've got him. He is a very nice piece. Back when I started collecting again, started collecting proper figures, Anti-venom from Marvel Select was Legends was one of the first ones. But this guy, now that I have him, is really the cake. So this guy is quite significant to me because the character alone was my first ever Marvel figure. Here he is with Thanos. Thanos I got complete, but he's suffering paint chipping, and that's all coming off because this is a soft vinyl. This guy is good. I'm going to recommend him. I am going to say, though, finding him may be a bit difficult. I've not seen any that are loose. I've mainly seen ones that are mint. That's the UK, though. The US will be very, very different. But yeah, I do recommend this guy. He is a very nice figure. Oh, and a quick thing. Actually, wait, never mind. I'll say that afterwards. So, overall, I like the figure. If you could comment, subscribe, turn notifications on. Yeah, like I said, comment, tell me what you think about this figure, if you prefer this one or Legends version. And if you think about spreading any hates, just remember, you're going to get met back with... You're going to be challenged back, because I challenge people who are just going to give me crap for no reason. Other than that, keep collecting, and have a nice day. See ya.